I heard my name has been trending again. Apparently, this generation has been dragging me all over social media. Homewrecker, the woman who caused a king to fall. But can I ask you a question? Have you taken time to actually read about David? Yes, that David. Let's talk about him for a second. This wasn't just some random guy. This was David, the David, giant killer, national hero, songwriter, war champion, the King of Israel, the one God called a man after my own heart. And let's not skip this part. The Bible literally says he was handsome. Yes, handsome, glowing skin, warrior build, musician vibes, poet energy, king status. You mean to tell me you would not at least blink twice if that man sent for you? Let's be honest. I'm not here to justify my bad decisions. I'm not saying what happened was right. It wasn't. Seen is seen. That sometimes when people tell the story, they make it sound like I set up a whole rooftop photo shoot with ring lights and background music. Hi, I'm Bathsheba. Most people know me as the woman David saw bathing. But I was more than that. Let me tell you what really happened. I was a married woman. My husband, Uriah, was a loyal soldier. A good man. A brave man. He fought for King David. He fought for Israel. He fought while others rested. One evening I was at home. I was cleansing myself, something normal, something private. I wasn't trying to attract anyone. I wasn't putting on a show. That the king saw me, and when a king sends for you, you don't exactly say no. I was taken to the palace. David was powerful, respected, chosen by God. A man after God's own heart. And that night changed my life forever. Later, I found out I was pregnant. Can you imagine the fear in my heart? My husband was away at war. People would ask questions. Whispers would start. So I sent a message to the king. I'm pregnant. I didn't know what he would do. But what he did next broke everything. David tried to cover it up. He called Uriah home from battle, hoping he would sleep with me, so the child would look like his. But Uriah was too honorable. While other men were sleeping in comfort, his fellow soldiers were sleeping on the battlefield. So he refused to go home. He slept at the palace gate instead. That's the kind of man he was. Faithful, loyal, righteous. And because of that loyalty, he was killed. Yes, the king sent orders to place my husband in the hottest part of the battle, and then pull back. He didn't stand a chance. When they told me Uriah was dead, I mourned him. I cried. I grieved a good man. But after the mourning period, I became the king's wife. People probably thought I was lucky, queen, living in the palace, that they didn't see the guilt, the whispers, the pain. The baby was born, and then God sent the prophet Nathan. Nathan told David a story about a rich man who stole a poor man's only lamb. David was angry. That man deserves to die. And Nathan said, "You are that man." God saw everything. The child became sick. I watched my baby struggle to breathe. David fasted. He prayed. He lay on the ground. But the child died. I don't think people talk enough about that pain. Losing a child changes you. It breaks something inside you. But God wasn't finished with me. Later, I had another son. His name was Solomon. Yes, that Solomon, the wisest king who ever lived, the one who built the temple, the one through whose line Jesus would one day come. Isn't it amazing? God can bring purpose out of a painful beginning. I wasn't perfect. David wasn't perfect, but God is merciful. My story is not just about sin. It's about consequences. It's about repentance. It's about grace. And here's something I learned. Even when people reduce you to your worst chapter, God still writes the rest of your story. So if you've made mistakes, if you feel ashamed, if your name has been dragged through the mud, God is not done with you. He can still bring something beautiful from your broken pieces. He did it for me. If you enjoyed hearing my side of the story, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and tell me in the comments, which Bible character do you want to hear from next? Was I just the woman David saw, or was I part of God's bigger plan? You decide.